Well, after fitting all these upright frameworks last week, I did get the chance to get those painted. I've also got the sideboards painted and they are curing. And so in the meantime, I'm going to work on this back shield, rotate this apron back to where I can get to those 2 bolts that I need to put in from the inside. And I've got some lathe work to do. We'll get after that today. Well, I haven't keyed this drive gear to the axle yet. I just put this shield on, but I've got a gear here that drives the beater, and it is really loose. So I need to take this off, and then this is the engagement gear. I'd like to take this off and see if I can't bush this up and make that a little tighter. That's just really sloppy. This whole chain was missing, and I did have some around. I used to have a kind of an overshot pull behind loose hay loader that was run by this style of chain, and I had some extra around, so it was just right for this application. So I'm going to have to pull my shield off for my drive gear to get this off. But that's not so big a deal now that I have my bolts installed from the inside like they're supposed to be. All this is so intertwined, kind of have a whole series of steps to make this work. Now this is the keeper that keeps this gear in place. But you can see how much wear is in this. Well, this shaft is an 1 3/8" shaft. And I bought some bushings, or an 1.5" OD and an 1 1/4" ID. And it's almost worn out to that 1.5" ID here to take these bushings. I'm going to have to bore this out a bit to get these bushings in. Once I do that, then I'm going to take and bore this to the 1 3/8" and hopefully tighten this up. This bushing that I have is supposed to be 150. It's actually about 1502. A couple thousandths over. So I'm going to head for 150 here. Yeah, 1498. It's almost wanting to start. Let me press in. I might just take one pass without any adjustment. See if that'll clean up that 1/1000th. Right there at 150. I think I'll press it in. Well, I got 1-inch bushings, and I'm going to push one in from each side. This is about 2.5 inches long here, and the longest I could get was 1.5 inches. So I decided to get 2, so I'm going to push one in from both sides. Well, I think that's going to work really well. So I have 1.25 ID. Now I need to bore this out to where it's 1 3/8 inches. And I'll probably go maybe 5/1000 over. Well, I did call this 1 3/8 inch shaft, but it was pretty worn out. So if you remember, I built it up and turned it back down. So probably not an honest 1 3/8 inch. 1 3/8 inches would be 1.375. I'm pretty consistent, about 1.362 maybe. So I'm a little undersized, so I don't have to bore out quite so much on that bushing. So basically, from a 1.25, I need to go down 100/1000. So my shaft is at 1.36. I'm at 1.34, and I think I want to go to 1.365. .367. I was shooting for 365, so that's close enough. So these bushings are self-lubricating, but I oil this up, or intend to oil this up, have already. But I've been oiling this up with chainsaw bore oil. Nice sticky oil, good heavy weight. This is the oil hole, and it'll come into this little cavity between the two bushings and retain that oil there, a little oil reservoir. See how it fits. I don't know if my shaft is 100%. I might take some emery, see if I can clean that up just a little bit, but hope that's not too tight. Let me polish the shaft just a little bit, see what it does. Just a light coat of oil. It does make a mess, huh? Oh, there we go. That's lots better. Oh, should be able to stick it back together. Add a little oil to that keeper. A little to the gear. I was waiting on this gear to put this drive gear on. I don't see any reason why I can't now. So now this drive gear is going to turn this whole axle. And that needs to be oiled right here. Well, I wonder when the last time was that it worked this well. I think it's pretty cool. Kind of fun to see it come together. Well, on the other side of this beater assembly, this is now the right side, there is a gear here that runs a pitman that goes up to some pawls that are a feeding dog that feeds this gear here that actually feeds the speed of the apron. Well, this gear is also really loose. I bought 2 extra bushings, and I think I'm going to do the same process on this and try to tighten this up as well. Now's probably about the best time as any. So these are the same bushings, 1.5" OD, and that shaft is 1 3/8". The length of this shaft is only 2 1/4. So my 2 1-inch bushings I'll push in just like I did on that other gear, one from either side, and see if I can't tighten this gear up as well. Well, there is a little more hardware that goes on the right side that runs the mechanics of the apron. And there's another iron that comes up in here, but I need those sideboards put on next, I think. I'm going to leave these two slats off. I'm not sure if I need to come in through this framework anymore yet with some bolts. So just in case, I'm going to leave that off. But I think I'll put the sideboards on. Well, you know, sometimes when you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, the saying is your eyes are bigger than your stomach. But I kind of feel like this. I thought I was going to get further, top rail, the other side, but I didn't make it as far as I thought I would. We did get some gears fixed, so that's good. I do like to see the progress. I hope you do as well. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching.